These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Hi, Skippy.
Hallowed by Riverside. There, I did it. Good morning, Joshua. Oh, it's a beautiful day.
Powered by Riverside FM.
A little late.
There.
We're good, though.
Right.
It's in there. Make sure we get through all our sponsors.
Nick is leaving. Nick is leaving the feed.
Oh,
He was tired of your dancing.
he just wishes.
Wishes
that he was as good of a dancer as I was, or am. Yeah. Listen, this is going to be a great day. It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a great week.
That's all I've had so far is great weeks.
I know. You're just killing it.
I'm fucking tired.
I am very tired.
My staff is tired. We're tired.
I'm very tired.
My apologies in advance. We are live streaming and recording everywhere. This episode will be up. All my fault last week, so sorry. I hit the record button. Apparently, it didn't actually start recording until I hit stop recording, at which point it recorded 6 minutes of me and Skippy talking to somebody on the phone, which was not worthy of an upload. So,
but that's okay. It's just we're all tired.
Well, this is interesting.
What now?
It's got a pop up from TikTok that says my live viewing is going to be restricted because it's rebroadcast content and not original content.
Oh, they finally caught you.
It's original content.
I'm just kidding.
So I gotta figure out a visibility restriction duration. Huh. Well, if I could just get to a freaking 1,000 viewers or 1,000 followers, we could get around the studio shit. So, anyways,
I mean, you're posting your content.
Yeah. What can I do? Meanwhile, we gain 100 followers on Facebook every week, so but I can't seem to get over 200 on TikTok. It's just different content. But for those of you that are thinking about doing a podcast as an additional revenue stream, so I got 2 payments this week. One from Spreaker for our quarterly ad payment, which was about $11.
Yes.
So if you want to do that math and multiply that by 4, let's call it 50.
Wouldn't it be 3? Just 4 quarters. Oh, okay. I got you.
4 times.
Never mind. I thought for some I was going by you were dividing it into 4, not times it by 4. My apologies. Keep going.
We gotta cut that one out.
Oh boy.
And I also got my Facebook content revenue payment for the month, which was $27. So my Facebook content on my business page is generating more revenue than our lovely podcast.
Okay, so I can say I beat you in that. Mine was $43.
Good job. Nice work.
Yeah.
Look at you.
No.
Creating content people want to see.
It was all from me posting some dude's mug for winning a contest. that was some random guy.
And you got all that from pretty much.
Pretty much
So
that one. It was like
so strange.
$30 from that one post. And there wasn't a lot of comments. There wasn't a lot of likes or reactions to it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Like,
I don't understand how they. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, this will be our last episode of the podcast. I'm giving up. So.
All right.
Welcome to the last show, everybody.
I'll just call you every Monday and complain anyway.
No, we don't do it for the money. Or so we tell ourselves.
We do it so we don't bother each other every day during the week. And we still do, but that's fine.
And our wives don't have to hear as much of it.
It's a good outlet.
Yeah, it is a good outlet. I can't bitch to my staff, so
nope.
Because you can only bitch up, you can't bitch down.
Yeah.
So they just get to hear this secondhand.
So I'm going to get a T-shirt made that says "Be your own business owner. 0 out of 5 stars. Do not recommend."
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about let's talk about your business ownership. How'd this week go?
Well, do we want to kind of encompass the last couple of weeks since we
hell? Yeah, let's encompass hell, please.
Hell week.
Yeah.
Sorry for those of you that were actually on last week. With all 4 of you that found us on TikTok to listen.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was fucking hot. Yeah, all 4 of you. It was hot.
Yeah,
hell
moved closer to the Earth's surface.
We talked quite a bit about the heat and how it affected sales, and it was as expected. Roadside was way down for the week.
Yeah, I was at a kids. Well, I can't say kids, but I was at a 3-on-3 basketball tournament on pavement with 0 shade, and it was definitely very warm. Very warm.
Nick, there was no post for a podcast last week because it didn't record anywhere. It was hard to repost it, so it was live on TikTok, and that is about it. And TikTok doesn't record automatically, so I couldn't upload anything. So it didn't get recorded in YouTube. It didn't get recorded on Riverside. It was a avalanche of errors on my part.
It was an oops.
It was an oops, and that's what happens when we go outside of our normal routine and try to do things at times we're not supposed to do them. After a very long Sunday, and then doing the podcast at whatever time we did it, which was encroaching close to bedtime. So
it's like 6 or 7 on Sunday night.
Yeah, my brain's already shut down for the week at that point. So
I was very surprised.
But it was a great show. It was a really good show. I'm sorry no one heard it.
The Monday morning food truck, the lost episodes.
The lost episodes. Someday I'll find it on some hard drive somewhere, and we'll post it then. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So the last couple. Let me pull up some stuff here. I gotta remember. Oopsie, that's not what we wanted.
We had. So I'll go through mine because I know what it was. So it was basically the week of. It was post Father's Day. We had our first Food Truck Tuesday event. That was, they extended it from 11 to 1 to 11 to 3, but it's still downtown in our area. There's no reason to have it until 3 because from 2 to 3 was absolutely dead. And then I went to the most bougiest place I've ever been to in my life, the Ann Arbor Racquetball Club or Racket Club. There were 2 other food trucks there, and as I said on the podcast, that wasn't recorded. Both of those trailers could fit inside mine. Now it was, I don't think I mentioned this, it was my first ever interaction with Jamaican food. So we traded some food, and he gave me like a plate. It was like jerk chicken. It was like a half chicken. Some red beans and rice, or dirty rice, or I think it's red beans and rice because there were definitely beans in it. Kind of a vinegar-ish type coleslaw.
Okay.
But very refreshing. I think it had some mango in it. Overall, I mean, I asked how spicy it was going to be because I'm used to hearing that jerk chicken is made with Scotch bonnet peppers. it was a little spicy, but I still wanted to go back for more. So it wasn't burning my face off. But that was really, really good. And we had our first. We were downtown Coldwater again. It was hot. I had some problems with my truck, spraying fuel all over my engine bay, and then the first time offering somebody cash to come fix it, and they said no. I'm like, yeah, must be nice to have your money. And then I had the 3-on-3 basketball tournament downtown Jackson as well. That was definitely lower. I should have done lemonade. I should have somehow found an icy machine or something because those guys just killed it. And that brought us to this week.
How was this week?
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll call it. Well, it's a tale of two halves. So, like, we had a private event on Monday. It was at a church in downtown Ann Arbor, but it was for medical students. And
Okay.
for those of you that may have ever been to Ann Arbor, or you can really pull it up on Google Maps or Google Earth, roads are very, very narrow, and there's a shit ton of construction going on. And pulling a 30-foot trailer isn't necessarily great. We were paid ahead of time for 65 meals, and I think 10 people showed up. It was recruiting for Kaiser Permanente out of San Diego, California. They're the ones that kind of put it on. The little Asian lady was very nice, very short, but very nice. And yeah, I went home and I had a subdivision the next day, which I did it last year. It was great. This year it sucked. And it really wasn't that hot on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was probably mid-70s, maybe high 70s.
Yeah.
Very overcast, though. I think the threat of rain probably held people off. I'm not 100% sure. Wednesday I took off because I needed it. Thursday we did our local, and this is the other half of the week, we did our local roadside. It was good, really good, sold out. We did a marina. Never, FYI, never doing a marina when there's threat of rain because nobody will be out on their boats. Did get a couple, like a comment that, so the Nextdoor app, do you use Nextdoor at all?
I've done a little bit with it, but not a ton.
So Nextdoor, somebody posted on there that the food was great, hopes we come back. And
Okay.
somebody commented on there, food was good, but $9.50 for a pulled pork sandwich? Come on. And two people commented underneath that nice person, where the hell are you going to go find a pulled pork sandwich for less than $9.50? That's not out of a tub.
Yep.
But anyway, Saturday. Oh, we could talk about Friday night, or Friday morning. We've commented that this life that we choose to live isn't for everybody, and there are times that it will test you. And Friday I was tested.
It's not. Skippy. It's July 1st. It is no longer Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Sorry, you're gonna have to wait until next June.
I understand, but it happened during June.
Oh, okay. I'll allow it.
Josh and I have joked that there might be a day or two that you'll find yourself sitting on your trailer floor just crying. I was like that. I just something hit where I'm like, I'm doing everything by myself. Again, I know I need employees, but we'll get to that in a second. But I really just needed a pep talk, like just to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to. And my wife, who has no part of the business because she doesn't want to, was there to kind of talk me through it and help me out, and I appreciate her for that for sure. Talking about help, I had one of my helpers show up last Friday to get food to deliver it to somebody. And as she was getting in her car, I noticed there was a can on top of my garbage can lid, and I looked at it, and it was a alcoholic beverage. And I said, "What's this?" She's like, "Oh, it's a roadie." So I didn't say anything to her then, and I have since told her that she will be no longer delivering food for me anymore because I cannot have that. So we talk about help all the time. That's, yeah. Saturday, I had my busiest day ever. I had 4 graduation parties and a country club fireworks thing at night. And once I was done with the first drop off, I'm like, I don't want to go to the thing tonight because I've only had about 3 hours of sleep, and it was an hour away. So I actually was typing her an email, and I typed it 4 times at 4 different times of the day with any excuse I could come up with. I woke up early, I was sick, just don't feel good, just trailer problems, whatever. And I'm like, tough through it, don't cancel. And I ended up going to it. We sold out like $1,800. It was great. People watching was awesome at bougie country clubs. And then had another grad party yesterday. So we had 5 grad parties this weekend, along with a subdivision kind of thing, or a country club fireworks thing. Last night I fell asleep at about 7 o'clock and woke up this morning at 7. Kind of felt like I pissed the end of the day yesterday away, but and this week, honestly, we're taking the majority of the week off. I have 2 events and that's it, because I need to recharge and clean.
Nice.
And yeah, so that's what we're doing.
Sorry, I'm going through my. How did you like the appeal process? I didn't at all.
I pushed the appeal button, and then 2 seconds later said, "Your appeal's been denied."
Okay then.
I don't get to.
Okay, sounds good. Alrighty. Well, the good thing, Skippy, about you doing 4 in a day is you know you can do it now,
Which means you'll.
the next time will be easier. The good thing about pushing yourself
Past what you think you can do is.
the next time, it's a whole lot easier.
I'll touch a little bit more on this and
When I go through our week, but like our food truck Friday, on Friday, we did $3,400 in 3.5 hours.
so
I love those days.
We did 2 $1,300 hours, I think, something like that, or 12 and a 13 or something like that, and then an 8 and 400 or whatever.
Let me shut my door. Hold on.
No problem.
Yeah, I like those days.
But it wasn't
long ago where we do a $1,300 day,
and it's stressful, or a $1,300 hour. You're stressed, you're tired, you're grumpy, you're yelling at each other for lack of communication,
blah blah blah.
It never felt busy. We never had more than 5 tickets on the rail. I think one time we had more than 5 tickets on the rail because I kept screwing up something. But yeah, I mean, it was the first time we got to utilize while it was busy, our new setup for festivals and stuff. So we set up a folding table up outside. So Chris was taking orders out there, and then me and Caleb inside, managing the flow of food. and it worked perfect. It worked flawless. It never felt like we were doing more than a $500 hour. Everybody was pretty pleasantly surprised when we pulled the sales report.
Yeah.
So, but you know you can do it, and it's you just kind of you can handle more than at that point. So, yeah.
Anywho,
So my last couple weeks. Good morning, friend. Bernie said, "Good morning, fellas."
Morning.
Bernie Blue Line Barbecue. He says, "Happy Cinco de Julio."
Never
Happy
gonna let
June.
it go. Never gonna let it go.
No, just like Rick Astley, man. Never gonna give you up. He's happy June is over. He's not sure how beat down we feel, but yeah.
We'll talk about numbers later, but yeah.
Yeah. So 2 weeks ago, following up Father's Day, it was hot that week. We had a lot of roadside, and it was down. I mean, all our roadside was down, a little bit less than we expected. I don't know. So yeah, that Tuesday, the 18th, I worked by myself the whole day. We kind of figured they weren't our best locations anyways. So figuring it was going to be a little bit slower with the heat. I gave the boys the day off. I just worked the truck myself, which was nice. It was nice to have a day on the trailer to myself. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, thank God we have our catering. Like we had pretty regular catering all month. We had our Etna event in Mount Pleasant and 2 weddings at the same time on Saturday, where I almost burned down one of the facilities. So yeah, I mean, we scraped and fought and still pulled through a $10,000 week. But had we not had Etna, it would have been a $5,000 week, probably $6,000 week at best. So yeah, I'm pretty grateful for
being able to pull in that
corporate gig, and looking like it's going to be a good partnership going forward. So
Yeah.
But yeah, to the wedding where I almost burned down the facility.
you got to be careful with those gel
sternos,
Yeah.
because if they're lit and they fall onto the ground, all the little gel that splatters out is likely also to catch fire.
Also, when you pop those things are those things are worse than a paint can to pop the lids off of.
Yeah, you got to bring a key or something with you to take those off.
Yeah. Well, when it bends the key, you know it's. But it'll pop, and then the gel from the lid will then get on your finger.
Yeah,
you gotta
don't
watch
let your
out
fingers
for
on
that.
fingers. Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that.
But I do like those better than the wick.
Yes.
We have a whole case of them where we are having a hell of a time getting the wicks to light. The wicks are soaking wet and they will not light.
They will not.
So yeah, we're back down. I wish they made a 6-hour gel, or GFS did, but
Yeah.
I've only ever seen the 2. But it is what it is. If we ever have to drop and go, we'll leave them extra sternos just in case. But
what was that noise?
That was me.
Oh, okay. A quick GFS note, because I have been such a big fan of Fogo charcoal in the past.
They carry it now.
I know. I walked by, I stopped and looked. I was like, "What the fuck?" And it's not badly priced. It's not great, but $21 for a 17.5 pound bag.
But you're generally going to go through less of that than you would
anything else. So yeah, I bought everything they had on the shelf at mine. And I asked, so is this going to be a regular thing? They're like, we're not sure. It just showed up one day, so we put it out. I said, okay.
Yeah.
I said, well, as long as you keep having it, I'll probably keep buying it. So
if that makes any difference. And if you could get me a pallet price,
if you guys are getting a better price than I was, I would be interested. So, yeah. Anyways, so that was that week. Yeah, I mean, we did like 10 grand, which is the low end of what we would like to do for May, June. And then, yeah, heading into the following week, where the forecast kept changing for rain, which days it was going to hit. It turned out to be a pretty nice week for us here. Most of the rain happened overnight or in hours that we weren't open. So we caught pretty good breaks that following week. It was much cooler, but we had a ton of private events that week. So we had 2 corporate lunches at the same time on Tuesday. And then a new location at the Forest Hills Pool Association. So they got pickleball courts and tennis courts and a pool, and it's all part of the neighborhood association, Forest Hills Association. So it's private, but they open up this Food Truck Tuesday thing to everybody. It was okay. It wasn't great.
Was it? It wasn't great because of, you think, the marketing or something else?
No, from what we've heard, that's probably an average night there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we did like $600, which isn't awful for us for a dinner. It's not horrible. It's not anything that's going to keep us from going back.
Gotcha.
And the weather was okay, and it was the day after the straight winds came through on Monday night, and so there was a lot of trees down in that area. We keep hitting these areas right after storms come through.
Well, yeah.
So who knows? We've never had luck after a storm where there's power outages and stuff, which seems so bass backwards in my head. But whatever.
So that, speaking of storms, sorry to say this, but yesterday where I was delivering food was in Portage, and it was right where the tornado went through. Like, it was just to see the aftermath. Like, the tornado was a month and a half ago?
Yeah.
The park ranger, because we were in a city park, one of the, I guess I'll call him a ranger, was telling me that he's like, I watched a lot of it, and it was almost like the trees all had good roots, so they wouldn't tip over. But he said it was almost like a saw that was like cutting them in half.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, because I had to stop at a Gordon's to grab ice, and it was right by where I was going. And the Gordon's, I mean, everything was still destroyed on the outside. And I looked across the street, and it looked like I was literally in, all right, lack of better words, and I apologize if this offends anybody, but it looked like the ghetto. I mean, it looked like stuff was just thrown all over the place. And I'm like, Portage, what happened in Portage? Fucking tornado, holy shit. It's like still there. It was crazy. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Where was I?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah. Anyways, Wednesday we had a new location for us, the airport viewing park. What?
Airport viewing park?
Yeah, there's a park set up right next to the runways where people can go and watch planes and stuff take off and land. Yeah,
that's a thing.
It's a huge thing. And it's so talking to one of the person that sets all the food trucks up for this thing. So they do food trucks through the summer on Wednesdays there. She says there are people that show up every day, all year long. Like that's where they go to have their lunch. They just pull in, have their lunch, watch the planes, and relax and chill.
Yeah.
So 10 trucks, 10, 12 trucks there for lunch. So we have to be there from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Have to be there until 4. She said she's already been pulling people's permits.
Really?
So the guy that I talked to when I was talking to another truck about it, he said, yeah, you're supposed to be there till 4, but go ahead and you can pull out early if you need to be somewhere for dinner. I was like, okay, no problem. So we started scheduling our normal dinner stuff after these. She had saw my Facebook post that morning that said we were going to be there until 2-ish. And she said, just so you know, you need to be there till 4. Otherwise, this will be your only one. I said, okay, we'll be there till 4. So
yes, ma'am.
Contacted my dinner location, told them we would be an hour late getting going because it was pretty close. So it wasn't a huge deal. So yeah, from 10 to 4, I think we did 1,300, and most of that was at the lunch period.
Yeah,
2 to 4 was pretty slow. But we were the busiest truck there. The other barbecue truck there that is there every Wednesday said it was super slow for them. Can't imagine why. Other trucks also said it seemed a little bit slower than normal, which is crazy because the parking lot was completely full. People were parked in grass. So if that was a slow day for the viewing park, I'm looking forward to the other dates we have, which we have one this coming, Wednesday this week. So, but it's 4th of July week, so who the fuck knows? I don't know what to expect this week. And then we had our last Etna catering event for the next, I don't know, 6. I don't think we have another one until August, and that's in the UP, Upper Peninsula, for those of you listening out of state. Back-to-back days.
Oof.
We're just going up for the week. So we have Sunday normal service in Newaygo. We're driving up on Monday, taking Tuesday to shop and prep. And then Wednesday, Thursday are the Etna events, and then coming back Friday, and then back open for Saturday. So we're going to work 4 days and probably still do 12,000 that week. So
it's paid.
Yeah. We were talking about maybe trying to do roadside up in the UP, but it's like it's just so much to try to manage. It's so much more stuff we have to bring and prep for to do roadside and then switch over to catering. I'd rather just set the trailer up for what we need for catering, kind of like what we would do for a comp. Just pull in and just do that. It'll be a much more relaxed day because we're gonna have a hard enough time sourcing product and stuff and managing our order for GFS, because there's GFS near where we're going to be staying at the hotel in the campground in Sault Ste. Marie. So, but being able to manage that, like, we have to make sure everything is ordered, because it's not a get something the next day in the UP. It's going to take 4 days for the truck to, GFS up there doesn't get daily deliveries.
Yeah.
So
why don't you?
Yes.
I remember you were up there when we did the competition, and you vended for like the whole week up at that grocery store.
Sure did.
We should pop there on a Friday. And no, I'm not gonna.
I don't want to bring the extra stuff.
Well, didn't they get you all your stuff, or did you have to bring it when you went up there?
No, not food.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All the other stuff, making sure we have all the beans and the coleslaw and the cheese and all the other stuff that we have to bring. I'd rather just focus on what we're doing for catering, because we got to bring Cambros, and it's a hassle. So we're just going to focus on the 2 catering gigs and call it good. I mean, it's still going to be a good week, which is the thing. It's going to be, and for August, a really good week. So, yeah. And then we had the return to Food Truck Fridays for us. We were told that they fixed the layout. Everybody was together. All the food trucks are together now, in one big circle. We got what I think is probably premier location. I think probably because he felt so bad still from the last time we were there. We were directly across from one of the entrances and right next to the second entrance. So everybody either saw us or walked by us. And we were hoping for 4,400. We did 34. So not bad.
Still good.
Yeah, not a bad 4 hours. And then, Saturday we had an open house and a celebration of life and a really good day in Newaygo yesterday. So those that follow us on Facebook kind of saw the plea for as many people as we could get on Sunday. And since now that we're through that 2 weeks, we can kind of say why. So we were a couple $100 short of $60,000 in the month of May. We had never done a $60,000 month. We only had 1 month over 50,000, and that was last year. So being bummed out that we missed it in May, we had a pretty good shot in June. A lot of the similar types of events, if not more catering in June, but we did have an extra day off with Father's Day. I think if we had not had the heat wave, we would have hit it probably pretty easily. Excuse me. But I was talking to Skippy going into the last week. I told him we needed about a $20,000 week in the last 6 days that we were open, to hit 60. I'm proud to say we did 19. So in our last 6 days. So going into the weekend, we still needed $9,000 in sales Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So kind of everything was kind of linchpinned on Friday sales. We knew we had a $3,300-ish day coming on Saturday with catering. Nuego's good for a $1,400-1,500 day. So in order for us to feel pretty comfortable about things, we needed the 45 on Friday, which isn't outside the realm of possibility. We did 43, I think, the first time we ever did a Food Truck Friday down there. So the only thing that held us back was it rained a little bit off and on, but I don't think it kept too many people away. So yeah, we needed a $2,700 day in Newego on Sunday in order to hit 60,000, which was a tall. That's like a festival day in Newego versus a normal roadside day. But I'm happy to say that people freaking showed up though. I think we ended up doing 19 in Newego, or just under 19, which is a hell of a good day in Newego. So we gave it our best shot. So we did back-to-back $59,000 months and change. So
That's awesome.
Our 2-month total was 119,000.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And we're all freaking tired. And then, yeah, going into this week, I mean, we are jam-packed with stuff this week. Hopefully the rain holds off, but we should start July off pretty hot. So sales wise, and then we're going to be closed for 4 days. So July 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, we're going to be closed. So we're going to take that time to recharge ourselves and take a break. And that'll get us to just about the halfway point of our season. So we are week 17 for us right now. Week 17 out of 37 weeks. So
yeah,
good.
We're all feeling it. We're oh yeah, I forgot what happened on Friday or Saturday morning or whatever days things happened. I guess the problem started on Friday. Anyways, our warming cabinet, our warmer proofer, we'd had some issues with it off and on the last couple weeks. It would kind of go a little bit rogue, and the heat would just keep going up, like the thermostat wasn't working right. So it would go up to 200 degrees, even with it turned all the way to off. It would still continue to climb. But got the guys to make sure that we were turning it off before we unplugged the trailer, which helped. It seemed to work better that way. I'm guessing whatever. Anyways, come into Saturday morning. I come back out after doing my morning stuff, and the display is dead on it.
That's not good.
Not heating. Luckily we had a couple open houses, so we moved some stuff into the smoker to keep things hot, and then into Cambros the best we could. As I'm disassembling or unplugging and stuff and moving stuff around. I know. Did I send you the picture of the plug? Let's see if I can have it. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
I didn't know it was a plug issue.
The importance, if you're going to use, excuse me, sorry. Oh, that's not going to work either. I got to get to the right side of my Google accounts. If you're going to use an extension cord with your appliances, it is very important you use an extension cord rated for the power that is going to go through it.
Very true.
Yeah. These are important things to keep in mind. What? Do I not have that? Oh, it's not pulling up there. Oh, I know why. Hold on. Stand by. Let me see here.
Can I sit by? Is that okay?
You can sit by. Yeah, you can sit by. That's fine.
Okay.
And those of you listening to, if you've been commenting, I will get to you in just a second. Sorry. I had to hide this screen to get to the next screen.
Josh is looking up things he probably shouldn't.
Now we are going to share screen. And tab. Nope. Let's go there and share. Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that's a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, not what we call ideal. So the other end of the extension cord where it plugs into the outlet was also a little bit torched. But miraculously, nothing caught on fire, and that outlet still works on the other side, which is where our cheese warmer is plugged into. So, yeah, I tried to put a new plug on the proofer warmer, and that did not work. So, anyways, yeah, Saturday after Chris dropped off the Celebration of Life, he ran to the restaurant supply store, which has quite a bit of stuff in stock. Did not have any proofer warmers in stock. So on Saturday, I ordered another one through a Websterant. Just waiting for shipping and notifications, but hopefully it'll be here quickly. So yeah, yesterday we got the why is it content unavailable? Got the warmer out yesterday or Saturday night and replaced it with
Stack of Cambrys.
oh yeah, going old school.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just make sure you secure them somehow.
well, the bright side is they are tall enough here.
Oh boy,
they can't tip over.
oh Jesus.
I don't know how I'm getting them back out. So yeah, in the hour drive, they slid out maybe 3 inches from the wall. But yeah, they were fully loaded and ready to go, and for Sunday service because we had to bring too much food Sunday to managing that in the smoker and keeping like mac and cheese warm after we make it at 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And being able to and still being hot enough to cook stuff, but not hot enough to torch everything else that's done.
Mm-hmm.
It was the only option, and that's how we'll roll until the new warming cabinet comes. But so now Skippy says, "You've had bad luck with those." I said, "Yeah, mostly self-inflicted." So this will be my third actual full unit. I've replaced the control box on the original one that came once. So I still have the shells. I did not get rid of them. So those control boxes on the bottom can be replaced.
Josh is going to open up his own restaurant supply store.
When I had bought the second one, at the time, the whole unit was the same price as just the control box during COVID. So I just bought a brand new unit because why not? So did the same thing this time. So new control boxes, the heating element and everything, they're only like $600. So if the time comes when we are ready to do, some sort of brick and mortar or something like that, we'll wheel them in there and use them there. Or if we have a big event, I am fine with securing one of those to the porch of the trailer, loading it up with food there and having it there. So instead of using Cambros for a bigger event. So there's definitely uses for them that I can manage. So I think I spent, it was $1,500 for it. So shipped. Yeah, hopefully
do you pay the monthly or did you pay for shipping or?
Yeah, I paid for the shipping.
Yeah.
I just don't order enough stuff from Websterant to justify the $100 a month or whatever it is. When we were getting all our stuff from there, I think I had a membership for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Back when, because it was way cheaper then, like during COVID, you'd get stuff way cheaper than you could from GFS or anywhere else. So, but now, I mean, there's not really a huge cost advantage. And then I have to, shit gets delivered to my house and just stacked up in massive box. I mean, I had that problem before when I got it, like because I was at the apartment back then. So there'd be a stack of styrofoam like 9x9 stacked up. And if it was a windy day, the boxes would be all over the parking lot. Like I get a message from my neighbors like, yeah, we put your boxes in our garage because they were kind of blowing all over the place. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. So
Appreciate